From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for April 3rd, 2017. I'm Nathaniel Rodriguez.
And I'm Sarah Singletary. Thank you for joining us this evening. South Alabama got hit with some severe weather today. Laverne to our west had extensive damage from what at this time is believed to be a tornado. While Troy did not get the amount of damage our neighbors to the west received, there were some hard hit areas. Samantha Charles has the details.
All of a sudden we had a big flash and the lights went out.
And that was just the beginning, as residents of Pike County awoke to the sound of...
It started raining, the wind was blowing, and the next thing I knew, our neighbor from next door come over to see if we was all right, and we told him we was fine. But we saw the damage on the cars and, of course, the tree on the house.
This tree was just one of many that was uprooted during Monday's storm. And although the inclement weather was predicted, the severity of damage was not.
I knew the weather was bad because I think some daycares were closed and I heard some schools were closed, so I knew it was going to get bad. But I just wasn't. I didn't have. We had another. We had TV Land on. We were watching another TV channel. No sirens, no nothing. That's what we were doing.
And as for Nonaman, she had to face the storm head on.
I was in the middle of the street when the wind. There's no rain, no alarms. Didn't hear any alarms go off. The wind hit, and I could hear it. That's an evil kind of sound. I heard it, and I looked over. I didn't see it. Didn't see the tornado, but all the trees got into my house. Could not shut the door.
A piece of advice that we can all take away from the storm: damage can be repaired, but lives can't be replaced.
Things can be fixed. We're not worried about the damage, just people, lives. And I hope everybody's okay.
Samantha Charles, Troy TrojanVision News.
The Pike County EMA says they do not believe a tornado caused any of the damage in Troy. It looks as if straight-line winds were the cause.
Yesterday afternoon, people filled the pews of Bush Memorial Baptist Church to see Alleluia, the Concert Chorale's 10th anniversary concert. The concert featured songs and alumni from the choir's 10-year history. The Troy University Concert Chorale celebrated its 10th anniversary Sunday afternoon with a concert titled Alleluia at Bush Memorial Baptist Church. The choir performed past pieces chosen by alumni in a narrative format, which Director of Choirs Dr. Diane Orlovsky says captured the spirit of the concert chorale over its 10 years of existence.
I wanted it to be about the singers, so I invited back alums to sing with us. I invited back people to guest conduct who had been a part of this group, because it's never about me, ever. It's always about the music and about each other.
In addition to performing their most popular pieces, the chorale also premiered a piece called Evensong by Eric William Burnham that was written to reflect what the composer and Orlovsky had experienced in the past 10 years.
He found this poem by Ridgely Torrance, and when I read it, I went, that's it. That's perfect. I asked him to write it with cello so that we could honor Katerina's involvement in the program. She's been with us and has been playing with us really pretty much through those 10 years.
One alumna, guest conductor Tori Lee Averett, said the growth in size and skill of the concert chorale impressed her.
Being able to conduct the group is such an honor. I mean, to have even been asked is such an honor. So it's always fun working with good musicians, and when you've got a little heart in there too, knowing that I was where you were and standing on those risers in those dresses holding those folders, it's just, it's nostalgic, and I feel elated.
According to Orlovsky, the choir's next concert in the fall will be another narrative-style concert dealing with the ancient and the new. The next choral event for the School of Music will be a gospel choir concert on April 14th. Sunday was World Autism Awareness Day, and one Troy University club showed its support for the disability.
The Applied Behavior Analysis Club raised money for autism, holding a fundraising walk here on campus. Justin Walker has a story.
The Applied Behavior Analysis Club sponsored the first annual Autism Walk on Sunday afternoon around Bibb Graves Quad. The club wanted to use the event to raise awareness for the developmental disorder that affects 1 in every 68 children.
Our goal is to reach out to the community and let people know about autism You know, one of the reasons we're handing out an informational brochure is because we want people to know there is a disability called autism, what are the characteristics, what's the treatment, what's the prevalence, so that we can help inform the community.
The money raised during the Autism Walk will be used to fund a scholarship that will help autistic students. Metzger says that if the scholarship helps just one student, it's worth it.
We want to fund a scholarship, so if a parent wanted speech therapy or they wanted applied behavior analysis therapy or occupational therapy, maybe there's a medical issue that they might need some financial assistance with. I said to the students, you know, if we reach one family and we help one family, then that's what we're done, we're good.
For one ABA member, autism hit hard in her personal life after her brother was diagnosed with a disorder, and she says it's the little things that can make his day a good one.
It was very hard for us at times, but we do work together all the time, and he actually, just to brag about him a little bit, he's now 15 and he's so excited about getting his permit, and he recently actually made an A on this scholastic little book thing quiz he had to do, and he's very, very excited. So shout out to him.
The ABA Club hopes to make the Autism Walk an annual tradition. Justin Walker, Troy, TrojanVision News.
If you missed out on yesterday's event but would like to donate to the club's scholarship, you can visit Professor Barbara Metzger's office in Hawkins Hall, room 361.
Now, the latest in Trojan Sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Welcome back. Sunday was a beautiful day. It was championship Sunday for the softball team. The sun was shining and the temperature was pretty comfortable. Well, the story is all downhill from here as the softball team finished up a weekend series against UT Arlington. Jalen Bivens has the highlights.
Sunday afternoon, the Trojan softball team wrapped up a weekend series against UT Arlington. The Trojans fell to the Mavericks, losing 5-2, and things began to go downhill for the Trojans in the late innings.
I mean, we talk about the late innings a lot, and we just didn't do that. Didn't win the late innings. I mean, they beat us in the late innings, and that's kind of the story. I don't think we played great defense, and, you know, I thought we pitched pretty well. Had some costly mistakes that cost us, but again, I mean, they came out here and they beat us. So, I mean, give them props for doing that.
Meg Willis made her debut start Saturday and had a shutout game against the Mavericks. Coach Mullins would go on to say that Willis has been a big help for the Trojans.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was her first career start yesterday and threw a shutout, so very proud of her. I mean, she's really helped us a lot in the last, back part of the season. So, I mean, we're going to continue to use her and, again, just pitch as a staff as we've been doing, so proud of her.
UT Arlington's offense proved to be too much for Claire Graves. Head coach Beth Mullins decided to switch up pitchers, and she said if she had to make that decision again, she'd still stick to it.
I mean, just, again, they had kind of gotten a little momentum on Claire, and she had done a great job, and it was the third time through the lineup, and just trying to change it up. And again, I thought Meg did a great job, just called an unfortunate pitch for the squeeze, and then she got us out of it. So, we throw as a staff, and I'd do it again. I trust any of those pitchers to come in anytime.
Coach Mullins says that there are a few things that the team needs to work on before the next game.
I mean, we've just got to continue to have quality at bats, and when we get runners on base, continue to execute. And we had plenty of runners on base, and just, it was just kind of one of those things we just couldn't get them across today. We were able to do that very easily in the second game yesterday, and just couldn't do that today. So, again, give them props. They got us out when they needed to, and we didn't get them out when we needed to.
Jalen Bivens, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
Though the Trojans lost the series, they are looking to get back on track this Saturday when they travel down to Louisiana to take on the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana Lafayette. Game time is set for 2 p.m. And the Trojan baseball team would also face off against UT Arlington, except on the road and with a different outcome. Mason Rogers were in the last 3 innings of the game, and by himself, he sparked a fierce Trojan comeback in a 13-5 victory over the Mavericks. The Trojans trailed 5-2 after 6 before exploding for 11 runs in the final 3 innings of the ballgame. Now, Rogers wasn't the only Trojan out there having fun. Matt Sanders, Trevor Davis, and Justin Friend, man, don't we all just need a friend? They all recorded 3 hits to help contribute to the Trojan victory. The Trojans scored 7 in the ninth, which is the first time they've scored 7 in an inning since April 15th, 2016 against Arkansas State. Troy dropped the series, but they have some positive momentum going into tomorrow's big game. The Trojans meet the Crimson Tide of Alabama. That game is set for 6 p.m. and will air on ESPN3 right here in Troy, Alabama. And the Trojans The men's golf team shot under par as Troy made a move up the leaderboard, in Sunday's final round of the Mason Rudolph Championship at the Vanderbilt Legends Club. The Trojans moved past number 43 Liberty to take 8th place in a field that features 6 top 50 teams and 9 top 75 teams. Troy shot 2 under as a team on Sunday as Luke Moser and Jarrett Betcher both fired rounds of 2 under 69 on the day. Jake Tiffin carded 3 birdies and an eagle to also shoot 2 under. The Trojans will be heading down to Miramar Beach, Florida for the Sun Belt Conference Championships on April 23rd.